Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you never miss an upload from me. And if you are an oldie, which means you're already in the Rebel family, you know what I want you to do. Hit that like button and make sure you comment and subscribe below. So as you can see, today we are going to be doing another hair tutorial. I am really new to like this hair stuff, so I'm kind of taking you guys on this journey with me. So if you want to see how I bleach the knots on my 360 lace, then of course just keep watching. You all know that I rarely wear my natural hair out just because, one, I'm super lazy, but two, I just don't really have the time. Like, between YouTube and the kids and being a wife and all the extra stuff, there's not really like a lot of time that I can dedicate to my hair. So for the most part, I do keep it in a protective style. So we are going to be bleaching the knots on a 360 closure today. So the first thing that you're going to need is this BW2 dye or bleach, I guess it is. I got this from my local beauty supply. It was about maybe $8. The next thing you guys are going to need is this like paintbrush thingy for the dye. And then of course this little dye bowl. It has like a measure on the inside, so that's pretty helpful. Now as far as the developer, I'm using the 30 developer. I have seen people use the 40 developer, but I didn't have any more. So, and then of course a mannequin head. You need something to put the hair on. You're also going to need a hair clip, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that later on in the video. And then you will need some pins, and the pins are just to secure down the lace around the mannequin head once you start to dye the hair. You're also going to need just a brush or a comb. I prefer one with a rat tail end on it. And then I have this Shimmer Lights shampoo, and that is just to kind of like tone the hair once we finish bleaching it. And then some neutralizing shampoo. Again, all these items I picked up at my local beauty supply. And then of course what Miss Madison has right here, which is just some kind of conditioner. Good Lord, Madison, she don't blind people, so it's just some conditioner. Okay, and so you're also going to need, of course, the 360 lace closure. I don't know if it's like lace closure or lace wig. Anyway, the hair that I have right now is from the hair company 1989, which you guys know I am a brand ambassador for. This is their 360 closure. So this hair is really, really soft, you guys. I was really pleased when I opened up the packaging and I saw just like how soft and how manageable it was. And of course you see why they call it a 360, because it does go in a full circle. Now as you can tell, the knots have not been bleached on this unit yet. And I'm just flipping it on the outside to show you guys that there is also an adjustable band in the back. So depending on like if you have like a smile head or a 5 head or like a peanut head, this band will help you kind of like shape the 360 so it custom fits your head. So you can adjust it and pull it in if you need to make it smaller, or you can leave it like it is if you have like, you know, a rather big head. So I do like that these, and no shade you guys, like we all know our head shapes are different. Anyway, I do love the fact that this hair is like really soft. It's really bouncy. I know you probably can't tell right now, but it's definitely really manageable. She also sent me 2 bundles of the Peruvian hair. And so this is their Peruvian hair. Very soft, very silky. I don't anticipate that this hair is going to tangle. I feel like it's a better grade or quality than Brazilian hair. Like, look at that body, you guys. And then the wefts on this unit or on this particular bundle, they're not thin, they're like medium to me. So you shouldn't have a hard time like stitching together the wefts to the dome wig or the dome cap. But yeah, if you guys want to purchase hair from her, again, this is from 1989. You can find her on Instagram. It's going to be 1980_9. And then she also does have like a bundle sale going on right now. And the bundle sale that's going on right now is you get 3 bundles for $150, which I think is an absolute great deal. You guys might also want to check out her closures and her frontals. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump right into this. So I have grabbed my brush, and what I'm doing right now with the brush is I am just brushing the baby hairs on this unit back, just so they don't get in the way when I start to bleach the knots, because it is very, very easy, you guys, to mess this up. This was actually my first time doing it, so I did watch a couple tutorials and a couple of videos first just to make sure I didn't mess up my 360. So I'm just letting Madison help me. Y'all know Madison is so dang on helpful. She's like always in the room when I'm doing anything and everything. So yeah, right now we're just brushing the hair together. We did actually wet the brush to kind of collect the baby hairs, just to kind of make it stick more, so they didn't come out while we were about to bleach the knots and then get the baby hairs bleached, if that makes sense. I know that was like a lot of rambling. Anyway, I am tying the hair right now into a bun, just to keep it out of the way. And then, oh wait, I'm flipping it inside out, but you guys, this was not right, so excuse me. I didn't realize it because I was holding like a whole conversation with Madison, and I was moving like way faster than my brain was going. Anyway, so this is the actual way you want to do it. You want to flip the lace inside out, and then you want to take a rubber band and you are going to just gather the hair and put it into a ponytail. So as you can see, I am taking the lace, I'm going to put it on top of my mannequin head. Now, I'm not putting this in any particular order. When I say that, I mean, like, of course you can see the band is on the front of the dang on head. But I just did this so I could gather the hair up in a ponytail and wrap it into like a little bun, you know, on top, so I didn't get any of the hair in the way. Okay, so cool. So now we have our bun. I'm just kind of like repositioning the lace because I want to make sure the parts that I dye are the right parts. So I turned the lace around to where I have the front actually on the front of the head of the mannequin, and then the back is actually on the back of the head of the mannequin. And so what I'm doing now is I'm just pulling it down as tightly as I can to try and secure it so I can go ahead and place my pins. I had to tell Madison to like back up out the camera, y'all. She was like so excited. Okay, so I'm just opening my pins right now. I don't know why they closed this thing so damn tight, because I'm having a problem getting it open. Alright, so I am taking the pin and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to secure the front of the lace. And I'm just sticking the pin in there. I'm pulling it down on the sides just to make sure. I think that's where my ears lay. So I'm pulling it down just to make sure that when I actually do go to put the lace on my head, I've bleached the knots everywhere that I'm going to potentially need to lay the lace so it just melts into my skin. So I'm having my little helper also put the pins in for me. Y'all know we have to have like these mommy-daughter moments. So Miss Madison is definitely helping me right now. And then we're just going to do this around the whole head of the mannequin. And this is just so it doesn't move. Like when I did my first wig, you guys, the mannequin head was moving so much, the wig was moving so much, and it was all because I did not have it pinned down and I did not have it secure. So this is just a way to ensure that when I do go to, you know, do anything to the wig, that it's not moving, it's staying in place. I am also going to post the hair company's link in the description below, you guys. So if you want to get any bundles or get a frontal or a wig or anything, just go ahead and go to her website. You can use my code, which is RealRitaLynn, and it will give you 30% off your purchase. Like, that is a big deal. 30% off. And y'all know I don't wear no bull crap hair. When I tell y'all this is like legit good hair, sis, it's legit good hair. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and clamp it down. That's just for extra security. You don't have to do that, but I am kind of heavy-handed, or at least I think I am, and I really don't want that to move. And also, I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm just like double securing it down. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to open up the Bleach. And this is very strong, you guys. So I just had Madison kind of like take a step back. I didn't want her inhaling all these chemicals. It does come with a little scooper. So I'm going to put a couple scoops into my little mixing bowl. I really should have worn a mask with this because the chemicals are like, oh my God. Yeah, they're ridiculous. So I put a couple scoops into the bowl. I'm going to take the developer now, my 30 developer. If you have 40 developer, you can definitely use that. I didn't have any more, so I'm using what I have on hand. It's still going to bleach the knots. It just might take a little bit more time. So what I'm doing is I'm just pouring a little bit of the developer in at a time, because you want this to kind of be like a pasty, you know, kind of consistency. You don't want it to be loose or runny, because you are definitely going to mess up your lace and you may potentially mess up your hair. So I'm just taking it little by little and mixing it in until I get the desired consistency or the desired pastiness that I want. And then at that point, I will go ahead and start to apply it to the lace. So you guys, this really is a process. I would honestly say if you don't have time to do this, definitely take your lace to a professional and let somebody do it professionally. But if you don't have time or you don't have the patience, then you might not want to do this. Okay, so I'm just mixing it. It did, in my opinion, you know, it's to the consistency that I want it to be. I didn't mix a lot, which I probably should have mixed a little bit more. But like I said, this is my first time, so I'm definitely still learning. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just taking the bleach, and I am very lightly pressing it onto the lace. Just because I don't want to push it in like too hard, because I know it will go down to the hair, and then I'll have like my roots looking blonde, and then the rest of the hair is going to be like the brownish black color. So I'm just trying my best to be as light-handed as possible while I'm pressing the bleach into my 360. Again, you guys, you will find all of the products that I use in the description box below. If you guys have like any tips and tricks on bleaching the knots, or you know what your experience is with like wigs or whatever, definitely leave a comment below. If there's something I could have did different, something I could have did better, I definitely want to know, because this is something I'm actually going to try to continue to do. I find that a lot of times it is really hard for me to get into the beauty shop like I want to. Just because of like where I live. Okay, y'all know I live like in Egypt. So we don't stay we don't stay inside of like the city limits, I guess you could say. So it's really hard for me to find someone in our area that caters to women of color as far as hair. And so this is probably a series that I'm going to continue, especially now that I'm a brand ambassador for 1989 hair. So you guys will definitely be seeing more like styles and hair dyeing and making of wigs and just different things hair related. And it's also going to save me like some coinage in the end. So yeah, I mean, I'm totally for it. But anyway, you want to get to a point to where you have completely bleached the entire lace. Now, I only bleach the parts that are going to be visible. So, like, down there where you see, like, the eyes in front of the mannequin, there's no need for me to bleach that part because I know that I'm going to cut it. And then towards the back, there's no reason for me to bleach that part either, because later on when I make it into a wig, it's just going to be sewn down. So I only bleach the parts that I know will be visible, like in the event that I wear a side a side part, or like a ponytail or a middle part. I only bleach the parts that I know I will absolutely have to see. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. I am now going to remove the pins from the mannequin head. And I let it sit about 20 minutes, guys, just so I can make sure that the knots were actually bleached. Now, I did come back every like 5 or 6 minutes just to check the knots and the hair to make sure the bleach didn't like soak or absorb into the roots, and it didn't. I'm just gently pulling this off of the mannequin head, and I am going to rinse off the bleach under some lukewarm water. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse it off